After discussing about the meaning of public finance and its objective, we discussed about various sources of public revenue. There were tax revenue and non-tax revenue. Students, you know that in public finance we study about various sources through which income is to be generated and expenditure is to be incurred. So students, government has to raise its sufficient funds just to meet its all expenditure. In case government fails to raise sufficient income through taxes, through non-tax revenue, then what is the second option? That is in the form of public debt. So today we are going to discuss about public debt. What is the meaning of public debt? Public debt means these are the borrowings or loans which who government takes from whom, of course from the public, from state government, or government may even have from external resources, that is your foreign countries, rest of the world, or from foreign institutions. So in this public debt we are going to study about various types, various sources through which government may raise its funds through borrowings. And borrowings means I have to give it back. Of course, when I have taken a money on the basis of borrowing, so I need to pay it back the given rate of interest. So public debt, what are the various types of public debt and what its meaning, we are going to cover these things in today's lecture. After discussing about meaning, the next thing we discuss about its types. Students, public debt means the borrowings which the government is going to have from the public just to meet all its immediate or required or predetermined expenditures, right? This is the difference between public and private debt. Private debt means the government, private debt, government is not here. Private means you and me, which we have borrowed to meet your personal needs. Government is always here to take borrowings to meet their social needs, to meet their economic needs of the masses, of the population, not of individual interest. So government can have major resources as compared to you. But if you have taken a loan, of course you have to give it back. In case of public, it is not mandatory. Government depends. Government may give it back or may not give it back. So as we are here to cover its types, the first type is your internal and external debt. In case of internal debt, government is just going to have a circulation of money within the country only. It is not going to be flown outside the country. Within the country means from one state to another, from one place to another. So I may use it for given purpose, I may use it for the help of someone, I may use it for the production, I may not use it for production. So it can be used for anything in case of internal. I don't have this if and buts. Yes, if I am going to raise income or if I am going to raise revenue through external, what is the thing you have to keep in mind? That it has to be used only and only for productive purpose. External means I have borrowed money from rest of the world. I have borrowed money from America. I can borrow from China. I can have from any other country. And foreign institutions for us third world nations, for underdeveloped countries, two institutions, that is IMF and World Bank. They are always here to help us. So whether I have taken loan from these banks or I have taken from any other country, what the government has to make sure that in case of external debts, these debts are to be used or they have to be used only for productive purpose. Now what is productive purpose? Means they are going to raise your resources, they are going to raise your income on a permanent base, not on a temporary base. Like if you are going to have infrastructure, if you are going to make a dam, if you are going to have any kind of transportation facility, or if you are going to set up any plant, so it should be on a permanent base, that yes, after making use of these borrowings, external loans, you are not only in a condition to pay its principal amount with interest to that foreign element, to that foreign variable, but yes, you have fixed up, you have keep a permanent source of income through those borrowings. So in case of external debt, we have to be extra vigilant, we have to be extra careful that they are not to be used for non-developmental unproductive purposes. With this only, the next type of debt is we have productive and unproductive. What is this productive and unproductive? Just now I told you. Productive means I am going to have more of resources. Unproductive means like at the time of lockdown. The best example you are witnessing, all of you now. You are the experience all these things that at present to meet this lockdown, government to meet this disaster, what type situation, what the government is doing. Government has make special PM care fund. Anyone who is interested, they can put the money into that account. So what for these funds are being used? They are being used to provide you food, shelter and clothing. That is basic amenities of life to have your survival. So all kind of these expenditures are not going to increase your production. They are not going to be helpful to have more production of basic things or more industrial plants, but they all are here just to provide you food. So all these type of expenditures which we are meeting to meet this natural disaster, at present it is to be taken as an unproductive debt. To meet these unproductive expenditures, we need to raise income, and the income which is being raised for unproductive expenditure, they fall under the category of unproductive debt. So productive means yes, we are going to have a more improved standard of living because more production will be there. More production means more employment. I hope it's clear. Now next type of public debt is redeemable debt. That is redeemable debt and irredeemable debt. Students, here you are here to understand what is this redeemable debt and what is this irredeemable debt, right? In case of redeemable debt, when the government is here to raise income, what he has to do? Of course, government has got its own credibility. Government, we are here to give money to the government with this assurance we will get it back. So government has got two options. The first thing is government is not here to give it back, or government is only here to give back your interest rates only. So principal amount means the borrowed amount, right? In case of redeemable debt, students listen carefully. In case of redeemable debt, government is here to give you back your principal amount after a fixed period of time. The period will be fixed as per given terms and conditions, the agreement, and interest rate on that amount you will get on a regular basis. So government will make sure that yes, for a given duration of time, all people are going to get interest on that hired amount, on that borrowed amount, and when the maturity of the time will be there after expiry of given time, government is here to pay back its principal amount. So it is all in case of redeemable debt. What happens in case of irredeemable? In case of irredeemable, students, the government is never here to give your principal amount. No, you will never get it back. But yes, as per the terms settled, government will pay you interest rate for a duration of time, whatever is being mentioned, and after that you are not going to get your principal amount. Interest will be given on a regular basis for a fixed period of time, that too. So that is why, because in case of irredeemable, you are not here to get your principal amount. Government always prefers to take loans in the form of redeemable instead of irredeemable. The next type of public debt is now funded and unfunded debt. Funded and unfunded. Here the difference between funded and unfunded debt depends upon the duration of time. Means if I am going to take loan for a short period, just say for a year, that is to be called as a unfunded. But if it is going to be for a long period, say 10 years, 15 years, so it is to be taken as a long period. So short period loans are to be called as unfunded and long period calls are to be called as funded. So how they are different from each other? Students, in case it is an unfunded debt, so government has to start paying its amount back at least within a year. Within a year, government has to start paying its amount back. Okay, it may be after 3 months, it may be a period of 4 months, it may be a period of 2 months. Okay, but what is the clause over here to be kept in mind? That in case of unfunded debt, the borrowed amount has been given back, the process has to be start at least within a year. Okay, whereas in case of funded debt, it has to be started at least after a year. One is within a year and the other one is after a year. Both has to be given back, but in case of funded, I have to start process immediately after a year, whereas in case of unfunded, we have to start it within a year. Students, it is a borrowings, and borrowings means they are to be given on a they are to be given back as per the terms settled, right? So government always tries that whatever amount he has taken from its public or from foreign institutions, it has to be given back so that the credibility is going to be maintained, right? But one thing we have to make clear, that in case of public debt, they are always inflationary in nature. We will cover this term again, but public debts are always inflationary in nature. Why? Because debt means your money has been increased to that much account, to that much amount. So through debts, your supply of money is going to be more in the market. More supply of money means more demand. More demand means more expenditure. But contrary, I am not able to increase my supply accordingly. So supply is less as compared to demand. Ultimately, it will lead to rise in price. So that is why public debt is not being taken by choice. It has to be taken as a compulsory, as we don't have any other source. So public debt is inflationary in nature, and public debt means the borrowings which the government is here to take. Thank you.